Hi everyone. So I wanted to make a video to show you how to calculate standard deviation, mean, all those kinds of things on both Minitab and Excel. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so that I can show you what we would be doing in Minitab. So I'm going to open up my Minitab. Notice that I have the ages for my data set for 19 values. So here they are for 19 people. They're the ages in my Minitab. I now would like to calculate descriptive statistics. I want to know the median, the mean, the mode, the range, the mid-range, the first quartile, etc. I want to know all the things, right? But I want to do it very quickly. So what I'm going to do is in Minitab, I'm going to select Stat, Basic Statistics, and I'm going to scroll over to where it says Display Descriptive Statistics, because I want to know all of them. Your variables are based on your ages, right? That's what we want to calculate statistics based on that particular data set. Before I click OK, I want to make sure all the things that I would like are selected. So we click on Statistics. I've got the mean. I don't need standard error of the mean. I would like standard deviation. I would like the variance. I'd like the coefficient of variation. Sure, I'll have the min, the max, the range. That's cool. I don't need this. I don't need this. We have first quartile, median, third quartile, interquartile range, and mode. That pretty much covers everything that we've been looking at so far in the class. So I'm going to select all those awesome pieces of information. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to click OK again. And bam, there it is. Completely done for you. All of the pieces of information. Notice it means 19.42, standard deviation, variance. Now, I do want to show you a really neat trick. So let's say you were doing work in Lumen and it asked you to round the standard deviation to the thousandths place, right? Or 3 places after the decimal. What you can do is scroll over to where it says standard deviation and you can right click. Notice when you right click, it gives you the option to change the number of decimal places. So I'm going to go over and select 3 because I want it to be to 3 places. And there's my standard deviation, 11.720. Very easy, super straightforward. I love it. Okay, now I want to move over to my Excel spreadsheet. Notice the same exact data set. This is a little bit different. So without having to download the statistics package in Excel, which you can do, by the way, it's an add-on that you can actually put into your Excel. I recommend it if you want to like really use Excel for statistical analysis. But if not, you have Minitab. But anyways, let me show you how to calculate the standard deviation and the mean and things like that here. When you want Excel to calculate these individual things, you're going to start by typing in equals. Okay, so you're going to type in equals, and then let's say you wanted to find the mean first. Now the mean is the arithmetic average. So I'm going to type average. After I type in the word average, I'm going to use a set of parentheses open, and notice it already populates number 1, number 2. It's basically saying, what data do you want me to average? That's when you go over to all of the values, you hold your cursor down, your left cursor, and then you just drag until you highlight the entire field of data values. Press enter and you have your mean. So I'm going to write that in front, mean, which is 19.42105. If you go to Minitab, notice 19.42, right? Success. Next, I want to know what the standard deviation is. So again, in the cell that you want it to calculate standard deviation, you're going to type equals. Now check this out. I'm going to start typing standard deviation and notice what I'm given in this list. I have standardize. I don't want it to standardize that any value. I don't want the standard deviation on a population because I have a sample. I want the standard deviation based on a sample. So we double click. Notice again, it says number 1, number 2, blah, blah, blah. That means select all of the values in your data set. Press enter. Notice our standard deviation of 11.72043. If you go to Minitab, you have the exact same thing, 11.72. Good. Typically, you'd be able to find the mode, the median, all that kind of stuff on your own just by looking at the data. But I do want to show you something that would be very useful to all of you. Oftentimes, when we have a data set, it's not put in order. So I think it's going to be helpful to us to sort this data just so that we can look at it a little bit clearer and we can identify what the quartiles are, etc. So here you have sort and filter. So you're going to click that and then select sort smallest to largest. And then we are just going to continue with the current selection. And there you have it. All of your data values have been arranged from lowest to highest. Just some tricks that you could use. You are able to use a slew of formulas. If you ever wanted to explore what kinds of formulas you have, click on formulas and then take a look at all the different things that Excel can calculate. I think for right now, this will be a good start for all of you in terms of, how to calculate standard deviation using Excel, how to calculate the mean, and then going from there. All right. Hopefully you found this very, very helpful. Good luck with your assignments, and I'll see you next class.